Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bachelor Nation News fans. Bachelor Final Rose winner, Juliana Pasquarosa, is sharing her thoughts on what Garr has said about Grant Ellis. Grant broke up with Litia in the season finale and called him out for misleading her. She also said that Juliana should have a lot of questions for Grant based on the things that were said to her throughout the season. What does Juliana think about it all? Keep reading to get all the details. Bachelor winner Juliana Pasquarosa reacts to Litia's comments. Bachelor Grant Ellis gave his final rose and his heart to Juliana Pasquarosa in the season finale of the show. Before getting his happily ever after, Grant had to face his runner-up and end things with her. A very blindsided Garr was not happy with how Grant handled things between them all season long. In fact, Litia told Grant that Juliana should have a lot of questions for him after learning all the things he said to her during the season. She said that Grant had assured her they were getting engaged at the final rose ceremony. Instead, he told her he loved her but that she was not his person. Litia fired back saying he was not the man she thought he was. What does Juliana think about it all? She shared with people that she knew Grant had a strong connection with Litia. She even said that Litia is an amazing person. Juliana said she always knew there was a 50-50th chance it would be Litia at the end instead of her. She said, "Litia is such an amazing person. I think it just comes down to what type of life you wanted to live afterwards. I know Litia's time frame for settling down is different than mine was, but it's comparison by circumstance. That doesn't take anything away from me, and I hope that doesn't take anything away from her. I can understand there being love there for her and love there for me, but I think it's just two different types of love." She commented on after the final rose that she felt strongly about giving Grant grace instead of giving him grief over the things that went down with Litia. Juliana has no ill feelings toward Litia or Grant. Does Grant feel like he led her on? Does Bachelor Grant Ellis feel like he did lead Garr? His response is no. He says he did have legit feelings for Litia, and he's just the type of man to express that. Even Juliana says he wears his heart on his sleeve, and she can't fault him for that. Ellis maintains that he did love Litia, but in the end, it was Juliana who he believes is his person. So far, she has been able to look past the outside noise and give her fiancé grace and support him through all the negativity. What do you think about Juliana's thoughts on the relationship between Grant and Litia? Would you have felt differently if you were in Julian's position? Stay tuned for more updates on all your Bachelor Nation favorites. Bachelor Juliana reveals thoughts on Grant Ellis misleading Litia. You won't believe what she said. Breaking news. The shocking truth about Grant Ellis revealed by Juliana in an exclusive interview. In the world of reality TV, few moments stir up as much drama as the emotional roller coaster experienced by contestants on shows like The Bachelor. Fans are still reeling from the explosive revelations surrounding Grant Ellis and his manipulative behavior with Litia during the latest season. Now, Bachelor fan favorite Juliana is speaking out about everything that went down. And trust us, it's a conversation you won't want to miss. For those who've been glued to their screens, Grant Ellis's on-screen persona has been anything but charming. From the moment he stepped into the Bachelor mansion, viewers have been wondering if he was genuinely looking for love or just playing a game. But it wasn't until he started misleading Litia, a beloved contestant who was clearly smitten with him, that things took a darker turn. Fans were heartbroken for Litia, and the internet exploded with reactions. Now, Juliana is opening up about her thoughts on the entire situation and what she truly thinks of Grant's actions. Juliana breaks her silence. In an exclusive sit-down interview with Bachelor Insider reporter Maria Thompson, Juliana didn't hold back. The 26-year-old beauty from Los Angeles, who quickly became a fan favorite for her authenticity and strong moral compass, revealed her true feelings on Grant Ellis. And let's just say, Juliana didn't mince her words. I honestly couldn't believe what I was seeing, Juliana confessed, her voice tinged with disbelief. Grant came off as this super sweet, well-meaning guy at first, but once I started noticing the way he was treating Litia, I started questioning everything. It was manipulative and honestly just cruel. Juliana continued, explaining that she had tried to warn Litia about Grant's behavior early on. I told her, "Girl, you deserve better than this." But Litia, being the hopeful romantic that she is, kept brushing off my concerns. I think she was blinded by the connection they shared, but I saw right through it. It seems that Juliana wasn't the only one who noticed the red flags. Throughout the season, several other contestants were also suspicious of Grant's intentions. As the group grew closer, whispers about Grant's questionable behavior grew louder. But it wasn't until the dramatic rose ceremony, where Litia finally confronted Grant about his true feelings, that the truth came out. The shocking confrontation. The tension reached its boiling point during one of the most intense moments of the season. Litia, who had already been emotionally invested in Grant, was crushed when she learned that he had been stringing her along. In a tearful confrontation, Litia asked him point-blank if he was genuinely interested in her or if she was just another contestant in his game. Grant's response: "Well, it wasn't as heartfelt as fans were hoping. I just wasn't ready to open up to you in the way you wanted me to," Grant muttered. "But I still like you, just not in the way you think." Litia, devastated, took a step back and said, "So, all this time, you've been playing me? That's not fair to me or to anyone else in this situation." The cameras were rolling, and the drama was palpable. But what shocked everyone, including Juliana, was the way Grant handled the entire confrontation. Rather than showing remorse or attempting to explain his actions, he became defensive, refusing to acknowledge how much he had hurt Litia. It was a moment that left fans stunned, and one that forever changed the way viewers saw him. What does Juliana think about Grant now? When asked how she feels about Grant now, Juliana didn't hesitate to share her thoughts. "I think Grant is the type of guy who enjoys the attention. He wants to be the center of everything, but when it comes time to actually be vulnerable or honest with the people he's supposed to care about, he backs down. It's honestly a pattern I've seen in a lot of men who come on these shows. They want the fame, but they don't know how to handle real feelings." Juliana went on to explain that she feels sorry for Litia, but also proud of her for standing up for herself. Litia is strong. She knew she deserved more, and she took her power back in that moment. That's something a lot of people struggle with, especially when they're in love. But Litia, she's going to be just fine. The fallout? Fans react to Grant's behavior. As expected, the fallout from Grant's behavior has been massive. Fans took to social media in droves to voice their opinions, with many expressing their support for Litia and condemning Grant for leading her on. Some fans even started a petition calling for Grant to be removed from the show, demanding that he face the consequences for his actions. One fan tweeted, "Grant is the definition of a player. I can't believe Litia ever trusted him. Glad she walked away before he hurt her more." Others were more empathetic, recognizing that Grant might not have been ready for the intensity of the relationship. "I don't think Grant is a bad guy," one commenter wrote, "but he definitely needs to work on being honest and clear about his intentions. Leading someone on like that is cruel." What's next for Litia and Juliana? With Grant's time on The Bachelor seemingly coming to an end, the question now remains, what's next for Litia and Juliana? While Litia is still healing from the emotional roller coaster, Juliana is busy building her brand and making sure her voice is heard. "I'm focused on doing what makes me happy right now. I'm traveling, working on new projects, and spending time with the people who truly support me," Juliana explained. "As for love, who knows? But I'm not rushing anything. I'm waiting for the right person who appreciates me for who I am." And as for Litia, Juliana has no doubt that she'll find love again, and soon. She's one of the most genuine, beautiful people I know. Anyone would be lucky to have her. The final word. Grant Ellis may have thought he could fool Litia, but with Juliana's bold revelations, it's clear that the truth is out. Fans of The Bachelor have rallied behind Litia, applauding her strength and resilience. Meanwhile, Grant Ellis is left to answer for his actions, with the world watching. Will he ever find love, or will his reputation be forever tarnished by his misleading ways? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, Juliana's thoughts on Grant Ellis have certainly left an impact. Her honesty and refusal to stay silent have made her a voice to be reckoned with in the world of The Bachelor. Stay tuned for more updates on the drama, because if there's one thing we know for sure, it's that The Bachelor never disappoints when it comes to shocking twists.